the Pepys Estate, and just to orient yourself, city airport somewhere here. That's the Thames. Okay, it's in Lewisham. And the following to Pepys is the hall over here, which what it's here, it's this. It's a scrapyard. It used to be there for 40 years. It used to be small, became big, then became even bigger, and then became into this monstrosity of having 3 cranes, car breakers, all kinds of things. And we brought in to this project through London Sustainability Exchange and London 21. London Sustainability Exchange made the first contact through the local councillor, who is also the deputy mayor. And when we came over and talked with the community group, then the first thing they told us is the scrapyard. We need to do something about it, it's very noisy, doing something. So we took the noise meters, so if you remember from the morning, the noise meter that we were using, and we thought, let's develop a method of data collection. And the concept was, this is not completely accurate, because first of all, the noise meters are measuring something called L max, which is the maximum level of noise, whereas the official figures are always LEQ, which is average level of noise. Secondly, even if I would take equipment that's worth £1,000, it won't be valid because I'm not a chartered acoustic engineer, and only a chartered acoustic engineer is allowed to take reading and do things like that. So you can't do, you can't beat the system in this way. So what you can do is to say, let's do what we can do. And that's to take readings throughout the day of 3 minutes, so doing 3 sessions of 1 minute. And what happened in that is that if there was a plane flying overhead and you were taking it, then in minutes 2 and 3, it won't be there. On the other hand, if you got 3 minutes of 90 dBA as maximum, then you are in a noisy environment. It's very clear. And with London Sustainability Exchange, we recruited 4 ambassadors, people that are living in the area, collect the information. So Caroline is one of the ambassadors. That you'll find her last time.
Last time, sorry.
Okay, as we said, there was 4 of us over 6 weeks using these forms, doing 3 times 3 minutes reading. And we did this 7 days a week, 24 hours we needed to cover the area. Now, we knew this area was noisy because of the scrapyard, but what we weren't prepared for was the amount of, the level of noise that was actually coming through. And it actually kind of shocked us. For one example, this one here, Evening Street, is the A202 that is another City to Kent road, and that's terrible at the best of times. But then we also have Grove Street, which a lot of them use as a back one. Again, more traffic build-up, more noise. But then what else happens is with the scrapyards, you can imagine several 8-ton lorries, totally full with scrap cars, scrap metal, coming from here over Oxford Road, which is a bridge, what is left of a canal that used to run through, thundering down those streets and then going over a speed bump. Well, this is what we were taking readings of. But what we had to do was make it less obvious that we were doing it because of this. Hence why we mapped the whole of the estate from here to the river to get different readings at different times. I must say that there's one part of our community that really suffers 5 days a week, and that's our primary school and nursery. And poor little souls have got to work, and when they've got exams, the top year, it's very difficult for them to work in this kind of situation. After the 6 weeks, we gave all the sheets here, we gave them to Mookie to collate for us, and then he gave us a presentation along with Colleen Whittaker so we could see what our work came to. And a lot of us was actually gobsmacked. We were not prepared for the data that came back. And I think now it might be better for me to pass it over to Mookie because he's more technical on this part.
Okay, so what happened with that? The readings are sheets full of information plus X on maps that are actually telling us where the information was collected. And that could be transferred fairly easily to this map. So the amazing job of the ambassadors was that they collected 1,100 points of data, okay, and that's what you're looking at here. And because of that, it was possible then to aggregate them and to collect them to grid square, to actually make it into something that gives you a better idea about the spread of it. Now, this is how it looks throughout the day, and the astonishing thing is that if you're somewhere in this area, I think 70 or 80, and you're working in industry, the health and safety regulation will tell you that you need to go within the office all day long, from the morning to the evening, and you shouldn't be exposed to that for a certain time. Now, that's not the rules if you're living in the Pepys Estate. So, we didn't give them all the buffers for free throughout it. There are other things that you don't see here, which are important to remember. Vibration, the land does vibrate when you throw a car on it, and you feel it in the building. There is the issue of air pollution, which we continue to work on, because when you break cars, there is the fumes, the petrol, all the other things that are coming out of it. There are other metals and other things that are coming in, dust. Okay, so there is, for example, particles that people are interested in measuring them in air pollution, and other issues that need to be considered. But at least on the noise area, the understanding was that something needed to be done, and when we had all the information, as we said, we went first to the local council, told them, showed them first of all in a meeting that was known with them, but just one representative from the community came over to express her concern and to be part of the process, so it won't be happen between just us and them, but also everyone can report back and tell what is going on. And then we went back and arranged a big community meeting. And that was in the evening, and it went on for 2.5 hours, even more, with the local council, the environment agency, and 60 people from the community who were there, telling what is the experience, what kind of things they are concerned with. And at the moment, the environment agency and the local authority are inviting an acoustic engineer, this time proper one, to actually do the data collection, and we continue and do other pieces of work like air pollution and other aspects of it.